Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening. Oh, it's mirrored. That's fun. Hello there, wherever you are. My name is David, and welcome to the first ever Feathertree Arts Live. I tell you live. I think that's a quote from somewhere, but I'm not really sure. It gives me Frankenstein vibes. Hello, everyone. Great to see you out there, internet. It's a pleasure to make your digital acquaintance. If anyone bobbing on, just let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. This is our first ever live, and this is a feature that we're looking to do regularly. We're looking at every couple of weeks at the moment with different members of the team to talk about some of our really exciting projects that we have ongoing. So, to introduce myself, my name's David. I am an actor, a producer, and a co-founder at Feathertree Arts. I'm based in Halifax in the UK. Please, everyone, bobbing on, ask questions, introduce yourselves. Let's make this interactive. It's Friday night. Let's have a bit of fun. We'll see if my brain can deliver any coherent responses to your questions. No promises though. It's Friday. I've had a fun week working in my day job in customer service for my local council, dealing with complaints about bins and bins and roads and potholes. Yes, probably the same all over the UK. So who are we? We are Feathertree Arts. We're a versatile multimedia production company with a burning desire to change storytelling, entertainment, and social media for the better, forever, for everyone. And I love being a part of Feathertree because from the beginning, we've subscribed to so many positive values. For example, everyone in our team connects with them. We've got values that we follow, like community, diversity, kindness, freedom, opportunity, offbeat sense of humour. We want to improve well-being, connection, a call to nature. I know what some of you might think. You might think, oh, that's all pie in the sky, but we think we're putting our action where our mouth is. That's not an expression, but I'll just have to adapt it because we've got so many brilliant projects, and we've got a very own app, which is so exciting. It's called Scenes. We have got an emphasis here on progressive storytelling because we really believe in fostering story and creativity and connection. So every post in our digital theatre app called Scenes, which is on app stores, you can download it right now on Google and on Apple. Every scene in Scenes is part of a fictional and a detailed narrative. It's art over the algorithm. It's not annoying ads and messages popping at you all the time, distracting your attention. It's really focused. It's when you do follow a story on our app as an audience member, it will feel a bit like joining a Facebook group because you log in the app. You'll scroll through the posts and you'll comment on the stories that resonate with you. The key difference to other sort of mediums is that every post you see will be fictional. Every post is part of a small scene that develops into a larger story over time. So it's sequential. So we want you to come back at a time that suits you. You don't have to be bombarded with notifications and view a story every 10 seconds. It's not like blah, blah, blah on your phone. But it's up to you how much you want to be connected with it. If you want to come and view the posts once a day or once a week and catch up, or you can easily select different stories to follow. There's brilliant videos with Chris, our brilliant creative director. He's demonstrated how the app is going to work. That's on our Instagram and on our TikTok. Feathertree Arts on Instagram and TikTok, and it's on here on YouTube as well. There's also some explainers on our website at feathertreearts.com. Let me just put our website in the chat. There we go. Okay, so our website is beautiful and dynamic, just like us and just like our company. You can check out the page on the prototype that explains how the thought process has developed on the app and how it is at the moment. It's very much at minimum viable product prototype stage. We're bootstrapping at the moment, but we wanted to get something out there minimum viable product to roll with it, to develop it. And we want you as creatives, as our audience and creatives, to view it and give us feedback and explain how, as creatives, we want it to be your app as much as our app. How do you want it to develop? We're currently at prototype stage. Eventually, you'll be able to use brilliant digital tools to craft costumes, props, and fantastical worlds. We've got material on our website and social media channels that shows these brilliant virtual reality backgrounds and filters, a bit like Snapchat, apart from it's not going to be. It's going to be, the difference to Snapchat is we're focused on a narrative, we're focused on fiction, on storytelling. We want to build a community, storytelling community between us and you. We want people to collaborate, to produce and perform together. We want to get producers on board. We want to get artists of all sorts of mediums, sound designers, sound engineers, use our app and let your creative juices flow. We've got a sort of a format to our storytelling that we can share with you. We'll jump on a video call with you. We'll have a chat. Come and get to know us. We don't bite. We're very friendly. So it's all about freedom. Writers and creatives on scenes are free to tell compelling stories with diverse voices. You can maybe write a story and tell a story in your spare time. You might have more time in the future. You'll be able to charge for the stories. It'll be ticketed. We've got a model where it's sort of sharing revenue between us both, between the company and creators. And in the long term, at the moment, at the start, when we get the ticketing up and running, which will be soon, you'll be able to charge your own price for the stories. And in the future, there'll also be ad income and lots of hopefully opportunities to work with different companies with good vision, progressive vision, like ourselves, that care about people on the planet, to sort of develop this app and all the opportunities together, because we're all about well-being. You only live once. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be inspired. We want you to not feel like you're just stuck in a 9 to 5, or if you're working in retail like I used to, it wasn't even 9 to 5. It was a 5 to 1, 5 to 2, like 5 a.m. to 2 a.m. or 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. But that would be fine too. Like I said, you can do it in your own time. You can create stories. We'll be looking for actors for our own stories. We can help put you in touch, if you're a writer, with other creatives. So if you go onto our website, on the prototype section, there is a link to our Discord channel, our Discord community that's got people like myself, and we can help you develop your ideas and just chat about storytelling and the different opportunities that the internet and digital storytelling and scenes will have. Like I said, we want feedback. We want to know what you want to see on the app, and how we can help you and work with you and make the world a better place through fabulous and connected storytelling. You can pitch your own ideas to us. Like I said, we'll help you in supporting it. We're very much a community. We're a nice bunch of people. We enjoy what we do. We're doing it in our spare time. I'll just see if I've heard from any more of our team. Okay. So the very first, hello, Regina. Nice to see you. Oh, top fan. You've got a crown on there. Does that mean it's a crown number 1? Does that mean you're our very best top fan? Thank you very much. Great time to pop that question, because I was just about to talk about glitch in the system. That's going to be our first story on our app, but there's going to be so many kinds of stories. We've been working with some brilliant interns. We've got Alex from Lancaster University developing her own story. It's about identity and family and the challenges in families, and how different generations can clash, but then hopefully discuss the differences, sort of reach common ground in places, have healthy future together as a family. We've got the Network of Worlds, which you can also see on our website. That's a fantastic, expansive sci-fi universe created by Chris. In fact, a few years ago, we told the network of worlds as a sort of social sequential storytelling. That's not easy to say. 3 S's there. It's on Facebook. We told it, or we tried to tell it, put different posts on each day by different characters like myself. It just didn't quite work. The Facebook the format didn't quite work. People weren't seeing posts in the right order. It just didn't work. So that kind of inspired Chris to further develop the idea of a digital theatre app, and we're hoping to tell we'll tell the network of worlds one day. We're working at securing more funding. So any help that any creators out there, any advice on navigating the funding world, we need some funding to develop the app to the next stage, to get the AR features and the virtual backgrounds and the filters and all that exciting stuff. So yeah, glitch in the system. That'll be the first ever story on our app, and that's coming very soon in the next few weeks. Chris has written some brilliant blog posts on our Substack, and he's copied part of that into a bit of the stuff that I prepared today, because he's such a brilliant writer. It's so well written. It's a thriller that's inspired by our struggles developing and making the app, making scenes live. So it's in a found footage style with the Feathertree team themselves, including me. I kind of play a version of myself, an urban explorer. That was fun, getting out and filming in some interesting places. I'll tell you, we've got some clips of where we've been on our social media channels. Yeah, the team get increasingly unhinged as an unknown entity starts messing with the heads. Yeah. Imagine if the crew of the Nostromo were trying to build a social media app instead of dealing with a xenomorph, and you're pretty much halfway there. It's got a proper horror vibe to it. It'll make you jump, more than a surprise visit from your mother-in-law. We'll be performing that in the next few weeks. Oh, how did you guys get the idea? I'm curious what inspired it. So I think it's an idea that Chris has had over a number of years. He's had as you can read on our blog, on our Substack, he's had he talks about how his relationship with social media and how he's tried to develop a healthy social media, healthy use of it. I get to social media. I go on Facebook far too many times. I just kind of break off and I'm just clicking on it. It's just habit. I'm like, why am I doing this? It's just a little dopamine hit, but it's not really bringing anything. Chris had loads of burning ideas for stories like the Network of Worlds, and he wanted to connect storytelling to sort of the modern age of using social media and using apps, but doing it in a healthy way. Sort of fostering creativity and using all the opportunities that the internet has, and how can you combine sort of the opportunities of the internet and the digital world with traditional storytelling? So it's kind of a beautiful marriage between the two. Chris explains it a lot better on our Substack, and it's explained a lot better on our channels. But hopefully I've done it some sort of justice there. Let me know how your week has been, guys. Let's make it interactive. I've had an interesting week. I've been on and off backstage this week, doing casting, helping Alex cast for A Different Kind of Love, the project mentioned there. We've got Whose Prompt Is It Anyway, which is a great opportunity for any actors that may be experiencing comedy improv, maybe doing it for the first time. We've got casting on backstage and information on our website. And also, if anyone wants to email me to say hello or ask what casting opportunities or what other projects, or just to say hello and connect, my email is david@feathertreearts.com. That's david@feathertreearts.com. Where was I? I always go on a tangent. My poor brain, it can't keep up. What was I talking about? I was talking about my week, wasn't I? Yeah. I've been regularly cast on backstage, inviting people, having conversations with people. I've been on LinkedIn, trying to connect with more people in the social storytelling world, networking, building relationships. I've really enjoyed using LinkedIn more. I think it's probably becoming my favorite social media because when you connect with people, and I quite like when you follow people and connect with different profiles, the algorithm seems to be quite good. It seems to take you in, take them in an interesting direction. I've come across like climate summits to do with storytelling and different companies that I probably would never have heard of if I'd not gone onto LinkedIn and connected with different people. And there's not like, there's not ads and there's not fluff and there's not, here's a picture of my cat, which is fine. Cats are nice. We like cats. It's just sometimes you need to be having social media like LinkedIn is good. It's focused for business and for storytelling and for networking. So in terms of where we want to move in the future, do you have any tips for writer's block? This week's been tough in that area. Well, I'm not a writer per se. However, I think with many things in life, if you just literally get pen to paper. Now, I love journaling on pen and paper more than doing it on a computer. I'm not going off on a tangent, I promise, because I think there's a mind-body connection. I think that's backed by science. Google it. If you literally maybe you could just do stream of consciousness on a bit of paper where you write through different ideas, maybe random ideas, maybe something that you heard at work, connecting with a TV show, maybe having a rant with yourself, and then just kind of pick a structure out of there. A few ideas, if you've got a few names, a few ideas, a few places, a few circumstances that are coming up, and maybe you could just build a small scene. Start small. Rome, wasn't built in a day. It's like developing an app. You have to work on the code bit by bit. You have to build up different pages, get different people on board at different stages, like when you're building a production company. So yeah, writer's block. Yeah, I can imagine it's frustrating, but it's probably natural. It's probably your body and your mind kind of trying to maybe constructing itself at first or for a moment and then ready to release. Maybe it's like a cold ball and it's gonna explode into lots of different ideas. Go for a walk, yeah, because you get in the flow. Do things that get you into the flow. Maybe play an instrument or read a really good book. Or read a really bad book. Sometimes when you read something that you don't actually, when you bore yourself, sometimes ideas pop into your brain and then get them on paper. Take the weight off your brain. Literally, get the ideas on paper or in a document if you must use your computer, which I do a lot if I'm reading something. Like yesterday, I had loads of tabs open, and I thought when it comes to doing this live today, I don't want to have loads of tabs open. I want to I copied all the tabs that I had open into a Google Doc to like work on this weekend and next week and whatever. I just wanted to clear that part from my mind. Like digital detox is good. Get rid of the things, close the thought loops in your mind. It's often, if you've got something that you've been putting off, like for me, strange one, but I like an old employer, I've got like a pension with that old employer that I've been meaning for years to move over, to combine with like a different pension. But it just keeps bugging me every now and again, and it's not like a pressing thing where I'm like, oh, I've got to do this pension this weekend. But if I actually did it, I'd probably get a burst of release in my mind. I'd be able to let it go. That thought that would stop. And I probably, after I did it, when you do something that you've been thinking about for a while and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I did that. You'll then have that mental energy and mental space to work on creative things. It's like when people work in studies, don't they, to separate themselves from the rest of the house. People go to log cabins where there's just like a fire, because the only thing to focus on is them and the pen and the paper. In the peripheral vision, they've not got the washing up to do, or the washing, or the hoovering. Yeah, I bet Lydia's probably thinking, oh my God, this is going to be a real annoying thing to edit into content. So talking about a bit of our development moving forward. So we've been moving from prototype to minimum viable product in our spare time for over a year. We're ready for our soft launch with a few of our stories. So we've got, as I mentioned, this story, a different kind of love that we've kind of casting for and starting to film that this month. So that'll be ready in the next few months. We've got the Network of Worlds, we've got Glitch in the System. We've got developing a story called Jade Wick about a stunt performer who has a brain injury and kind of still thinks that they're living in that sort of film world. So they get lots of crazy shenanigans, kind of acting in ways where they probably isn't quite appropriate, but it's quite funny for the story, and it's sort of looking at how if someone is an individual and is special, and even when, or especially when they might have difficulties. The next upgrade to the app will be the payments, to allow creators to sell their own tickets directly to their audiences. As I mentioned, we want to get funding to develop into the other features that we want to give people even more tools. So let me maybe talk a bit more about some of our team. Yeah, I mentioned Lydia. She's our head of social and communications. She's a writer and editor and a filmmaker from Los Angeles in the USA. We've got Cheryl Ann, who's our head of creative development. Blah, blah, blah. She's a writer. She's in charge of our format development. It's been really interesting and a challenge and fun to work out how digital theatre, digital methods blend with traditional storytelling. So, for example, with a different kind of love that we're casting for, some of the scenes are in social media format, which is completely normal. Like it's like real life, because people do film themselves and do blogs and vlogs. But it's also got that mixture of traditional storytelling, like on set with a director of photography and your sound operator. People on set, they're living and breathing the story with you in the traditional form, and then it's being blended with the social media format. So yeah, that's been fun to sort of bring together. Cheryl Ann's from Virginia in the USA, and then, as I mentioned, we've got Chris, who's our managing and creative director from Dorset. That's like I'm from Plymouth, like Ian Holloway. Oh, that's a nation reference. He's a football manager with a very strong Somerset accent, cider. He's our wonderful managing and creative director and co-founder. He's in charge of the format development as well, and he's written lots of projects. We've got interns well working with us at the moment, like Ruby, who's helping us with business side of things, building a business case to go out into the big wide world. Check out some of her posts on LinkedIn. She's having a great time investigating different nuances in the business world, in finance, and networking with people, and pulling everything all together to help us move forward. But it's fun when you're working with groundbreaking things. It's challenging. Like, it's iteration. It's putting one step in front of the other, following your instincts, using transferable skills. Like Chris is just a wonderful project manager. He's got project management experience of working on complicated projects with a lot of different kind of people, online and offline, and it's been great to learn from him kind of in 2026 how you manage projects, how you manage creative projects. And it's so fun using the internet to work with people from all over the world. Like, we've had people from Australia submit prompts. Whose prompt is it anyway? I mentioned earlier about the whose prompt is it anyway. We've got a set of darkly comedic prompts that I can send to you if you want to have a go. It can be a short video, like even 1, 2, 3 minutes for your social media channels and for ours. We want to give you the opportunity to have fun with darkly comic scenes and prompts. And you can literally just put something together. We can do the editing for you if you'd like. Or we've got some actors, like an actor called Shred. He did he's done a really funny Rent a Bench sketch that's just a funny critique of capitalism, and sort of like the commons, and the world of 2026 in kind of not sure really. I'm kind of running out of coherent things to say. So I won't keep you too long, but I'll mention we've got sketches as well, Darkly Comic sketches that have been written by Chris. We kind of all share a love of 90s comedy, things like The League of Gentlemen, which if you're kind of in the US and you've not heard of it, go on YouTube and just check it out. It's very, very strange but funny and very offbeat comedy. And it just kind of gives you, it helps you switch off. Our sketches help you switch off from the sometimes mundanity of life. Jellybean, I really appreciate everyone's wide spectrum of creativity on here. Keep up the good work. Where can I download the app? It's on the App Store. If you literally search for Scenes on the App Store, you have to scroll down a little bit. If I search for, so I'm on Android. So if I search for Scenes, if I scroll down a little bit, yeah, it's called Scenes, social digital theatre, which is kind of the, showing me bank cards there. Oh no. Please no one defraud me. Yeah, it's available now. You can download it. And there's like a testing space that you can have fun with. We've not got sort of content for our stars on there yet, but get on there and familiarise yourself with it and give us some feedback. Let us know what you like, what maybe you don't like, what we can improve on. Yeah, I'm just going to check my notes to see if there's anything I wish to cover that I haven't done so already. Yeah, I think that's probably it for today. As I mentioned, we're hoping to make this, we're planning to make this regular thing. If there's anything you guys want to include on lives, like maybe we can play games and I don't know, maybe act out. No, that's too far, too soon. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me on this Friday evening or afternoon or morning, whatever it is for you. And I hope I've been at least vaguely interested. I do apologise for my boring background as well. I need some like funky posters and stuff, like some cool film posters like Pulp Fiction and Star Wars. And yeah, I'm still getting used to the mirroring. Funny on YouTube. Anyway, right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and we'll see you very soon. I'm just thinking, how do I end it? But I found the button. It says end the stream. Right, well, I think that went reasonably well, guys. Goodbye for now. Bye.